Hello, sender.
Hello,
Hey, it works. Okay.
it's working.
Yeah, it worked. I have literally no clue what just happened there. That's never happened to me before. Um,
All right, so maybe not start talking about the draft.
Guys, I'm so sorry about that. That was like 8 minutes of sender not working.
We were talking about like contour and stuff for like. Anyway, so into the drafting phase, B kid first picked Pebbles and P responded by Engineer. Pretty um classic. You don't want to give away the Pebbles and G combo, but B kid then takes Tempest, and personally I would prefer them to see the MOA pick just because for two reasons. Engineer MOA is one of the lanes that can deal with the Pebbles plus like say Pyro lane. And if you take away the MOA, they wouldn't have really had anything strong enough to put mid versus a Pebbles and expect to come out even or win. And when you take the
Hmm.
Tempest and then you give them MOA, then you're giving them Ophelia MOA at the same time because you can't take the Ophelia unless you plan to lane the Tempest somewhere. And so by taking the Tempest over Master of Arms, you're giving them one of the stronger power combinations in the game, which is MOA Ophelia. Plus, you're not capitalizing on the chance to cripple their mid lane. So just B-Kid just wanted I mean Peter wanted Tempest, but I think it was a slight drafting mistake to go with that pick there.
Yeah, so we'll see how Excellent is going to be able to use the Bearded Brothers over here. Certainly something that they have been comfortable with. Drafted this, I want to say, twice against you guys yesterday. No, they did once, and then you guys did once. But in either case, a very strong combination between Engineer, Master of Arms, and Ophelia. The band's going out now. You've got Magnus Plague Rider,
Hmm.
Keeper of the Forest, and Scout all being banned out as suicides, and then your Fade as well. So, and those suicide heroes they're
Well,
gone.
just something to note is, this Team USA doesn't really scrim, and in recent like the last week or two, like there's always been this like there's usually the trade-off. One team gets Pebbles plus like say Pyro or Engineer, and the other team gets like MOA Engineer. So it's usually MOA Engineer versus like Pebbles plus one middle. And you see Peter banning Magnus and Fade, and he's not maybe he doesn't quite understand that this is kind of just a small metagame thing that's happened in the last week or two. And he really banned two heroes that he didn't need to ban. Like Hellborn's not gonna pick those heroes. They're gonna pick something for Nox short lane. They might have picked like a Magnus Suicide, but that's very doubtful.
Yeah, it's a possibility to go with that Mag Suicide, but more than likely, Excellent could be going with something different. You've, of course, got some of the strong heroes on the board left, like Bubbles. But I mean, outside of that, a lot of the suicides have been banned out. Hell, even the Plague Rider being banned out. So really starting to respect that hero. Got Rally on the board as well. So
Well,
we'll keep an eye on it.
I don't know, like in the early picking stage, Pew like blind banned Balthagor, but like in this kind of game, they have the heroes necessary to deal with the Balthagor. It's one of those cases where they just don't want to deal with it, but if they deal with it properly and pick properly, it wouldn't be an issue. And then they're banning Plague Rider, which isn't really a hero they're gonna pick. They kind of picked it because it fit their composition. It's a hero that's good in team fights, and it's gonna get somewhat decent time in the lane.
Yeah.
So
It's
just.
a classic case of really, really overreacting to what just happened to you.
Mhm.
And of course, you want to make steps to make sure that you're not going to be hit with the same thing twice in a row. But in this case, directing multiple bands to that same strategy, probably a little bit unnecessary. And then picking to try to counter that same kind of strategy. In this case, Fade to Black going to go with a Wild Soul, probably going to be throwing him
I
into the long lane.
I would expect a DS pick if it was to say any other team, but excellent. But I don't think DS is kind of their style. Like short lane DS would be really good in this lineup they have right now. The rally pick was if they wanted Desham, I would have gone Desham there. They could have last picked rally because the other team's not gonna pick rally. They're gonna go like long lane wild soul and pick something for Trell. And what they would have is they'd have this really good death ball. They'd have first of all, right now they have they have two heroes that work well with MOA. They have defensive shield for Ophelia. They have offensive shield for Rally, and then they have good team fight control with Engineer. And they go with the Drunken Master. Wow,
Wow.
that's insane.
Yeah,
I'm trying to wrap my head around this right now.
I
Oh, that's
am.
bubbles.
I am as
Okay.
well. Okay.
Sigh. Bubbles now. It's a pretty good option. It'll be good. Won't like. the problem with Wild Soul, he doesn't add to your burst damage, and when you pick heroes like Bubbles and Pyromancer, especially or Pebbles and Pyromancer, and when you're facing this Ophelia MOA combo, you're gonna want extra burst damage. So it's good to hear that they picked it here. That's pretty easy to like to be a follow up for the Pebbles. They should be able to have enough damage to kill heroes, or YOLO. Okay, they're going for it. They're good with the Drunk Master.
They're just gonna play it, I guess. Gladiator comes out here for Bassett's,
Yeah,
and Nox gonna be picking it up. Okay, so they are
yeah,
officially gonna go with this pick. Interesting.
yep, they're going for it. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier about the DS. I don't think it's Team Excellent style, but it would have been really good here. Their heroes would have been nearly unkillable if they just say if they win their mid lane and Pebbles doesn't get like a 12-minute portal key, and then there's nothing Legion could have done to stop the push in the team fighting. But they still do have a good team. They have some relatively good team fight, but they don't have the best initiation. Like they have what Rally Compel, so Rally's gonna need a portal key. Like if they don't have a portal key on Rally, they don't really have an initiator. So just something to keep an eye out for.
It's an item that Bassett's is pretty fond of going. I think Bassett's and Brodex both prefer the portal key into Barrier Idol in most situations. So we'll see if they do opt to go for that one more time here. Drunken Master is going to be holding down the middle lane, at least for now, which means this Pebbles is going to get protected farm in the bottom lane with a defensive pseudo tri-lane. Going to be going up against his Rally. Rally not taking any wards down there, so he's not going to get any vision. I feel like Bassett's is going to have a very difficult time down here as a result of that.
I'm just trying to like figure out what is Team USA. What are they doing? Are they going to just give Pebbles an advantage and then say put a middle? Because you know, you don't really want your Drunken Master 1v2. Like he needs early farm, and I'm pretty sure they want to make sure Pebbles gets the portal key, because a Pebbles lane would probably lose to the Hellborn lane, especially when they have Ophelia in the jungle. But they could make it work if they are really defensive and then die and stack some camps. But they opt to just put Drunken Master mid. Now, are they gonna put? Is Pyro gonna be middle? Is he gonna start mid? Is he gonna start bottom and give Pebbles an advantage?
I personally think that Pyromancer is going to be mid as soon as they see that it is a Rally in the bottom lane. If it ended up being something like a Gladiator with an Ophelia down there, maybe making it like an aggressive pseudo tri-lane, then they might have to stick Pyromancer down there, or maybe even rotate Drunken Master. But with this laning situation, I'm pretty sure we're going to see the Pyromancer just stick in mid, and we'll be laning with Drunken Master, which is a very odd lane combination.
Yeah, and the thing is, if they lose their lane, it's not like they can go to the jungle and farm, because they have a Drunken Master obviously can't jungle with levels. So I'm just curious how this is going to pan out. Obviously, they feel somewhat comfortable with it, or they went to decide to go with this path.
Yeah, I mean they're all right with it, I guess. Trophimodor aren't going to play it. I mean, if I had seen this on Complexity or Team USA with Moon Meander or something, that would make sense, just because this is an extreme comfort hero of Moon's. But I don't know that I've seen Trough play it before. Gonna have to keep an eye on him, see how he does end up building it and how he's able to execute.
I think he liked it back when it was popular, like a year and a half ago, back in the old Complexity days of Toronto. Can you remember those guys?
Oh yeah.
I think he used to play it back then, so I think he'll be just fine on the heroes.
Was
But
Trough
yeah,
with Toronto?
No. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to give you a reference
of
when he played it.
Okay, yeah, so like NASL times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just like, what? Like, I don't recall Trough being with DWI or Complexity or anything.
It's something to note in this bottom lane. B-Kid's not free farming, which is, when you put up Pebbles in your short lane, you put them there, they get free farm. You put them there, they get like 350, 400 GPM. And if it keeps going how it's going right now, he's just not going to have that.
Yeah, Rally doing a good job down there. He was stacked the regen. Pebbles was as well, but so far, B-Kid just being out CS'd by Rally a little bit. And of course, Rally using some of his mana on Compels, which Pebbles takes a ton of damage and going to take even more right now. As Pebbles does not have a potion, he's going to be in a lot of trouble in terms of just the health situation. Master of Arms running away in the middle lane. Stagger coming in, but no body block here from Tralf. And so MOA is going to be just fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if Beacon's just gonna get a bottle or is he gonna ferry region down if he thinks he can get to. Yeah, he should be fine. The lane's pushing in. He should be able to get a bottle and maybe say a tango for some extra region.
Yeah, shouldn't be much of a problem. But so far, Bassett is doing an excellent job down here. 13-6 is compared to the 8-2 here of Pebbles. But in either case, Beacon going to start to get some of those CS here on the tower. In the middle lane, Drunken Master is sitting on 9-3 himself. Bottle just delivered, so going to be able to start getting a little bit more aggressive. Points in lunge as well as stagger here. Not opting to go, or excuse me, 1 point in drink, so going the 1-1-1 build now. And could start to get pretty aggressive. I mean, it's definitely a hero with kill potential.
I'm just not really, like, the thing is they have good positioning on Team Excellent, and you don't really want to dive, and so they keep they're going in right here.
Well, they're trying to, at least. Stun coming out from Engineer was able to thwart that one, at least for the time being. Up on the top lane, I mean, this Gladiator is kind of insane. 23% of the damage done in this game so far. Already forced a potion out of Wild Soul. That's having a very good time.
Well, yeah, the hero harass is pretty good with the whip. But Zai's doing well enough. He has 220. Nox is winning, but it's not. As long as Zai doesn't die, that's really all you can expect from him.
Yeah, getting some CS here and there, but not dying. Perhaps the most important thing that he can do in this position. Rally and Pebbles still going pretty tit for tat here in the bottom lane. Pebbles now sitting at 15-5, whereas Rally's at, 20-8. So, Pebbles starting to get a little bit better, but still falling behind.
The thing is, that's not really good enough. When you put your Pebbles here, you're expecting him to get that 10-minute portal key.
Yeah.
And he's just not going to get it at this rate.
Do you think that Riser should be coming out of the jungle to try to help? Or is this something that Beacon needs to do on his own?
No, Beacon, no. I don't know if Pebbles is supposed to win this matchup by himself, but I think you're supposed to win it with your jungler, and Tempest is ganking now. Yeah,
up top, Wild Soul in some trouble. Rally is completely unaware of this Tempest situation, and here comes Tempest coming in. That is going to be a bloodlust on Wild Soul up top. Glacial Blast into an Elemental Void here. I don't think they're going to have the damage to bring this Rally down. And he chose to use the Demoralizing Roar rather than the Compel. Did he have mana for Compel?
I wasn't looking at.
I could have sworn that he did.
That was really close. He almost got out of there. But a very necessary kill for B-Kid, up to 300 GPM now, but they're gonna need to get at least another kill on him in a tower kill, let's say in the next 10 minutes, or the next 7 minutes. That's kind of their goal. Because they need to get him an early portal key.
Yeah, it needs to be able to generate that pressure. In the middle lane, Drunken Master taking some amount of damage. Ophelia trying to help out with a couple of Minotaurs, but wasn't able to get the stuns off effectively. Bottom lane, Pebbles in some trouble, does take a Seismic Slam, but Glacial Blast from Tempest is able to save him.
That can put him back. Yeah, he has to teleport back. It's not what you want. So even though he wasted a 80-second cooldown on Bass, it's taking Pebbles out of lane for at least 30 seconds or so. It's pretty good.
Ooh, double damage. Drunken Master going hard in the middle lane. Stagger up here in 1 second. And we'll get the final auto attack. Up in the top lane. More action as Wild Soul goes down once more. Ophelia and Gladiator teaming up to get that kill. And they will start to push this tower now. Nox, he's going kind of crazy on this Gladiator, man.
Yeah, Zai's kind of a player that likes to win his lane. And
isn't everyone?
I think the last time... Yeah, but I think the last time Zai died, he should have just been like, alright, okay, I can't really do much anymore, I just gotta play safe, go to the Ancients, pull behind the tower, but he'll probably play a lot more safe now. I mean, now there's no chance for him to win the lane.
Oh, absolutely not. Gladiator well over 3 times the farm, and of course level 8 now compared to level 6 at Wild Soul. Drunken Master with a nice stagger. God, this hero is so irritating when you're an engineer, I'm sure. And a Master of Arms. This hero does really do quite well against this middle lane.
Surprisingly, Trelf didn't skill the ultimate when he's laning against a point stone.
Because he's got the stagger. He can just dodge it with stagger, no problem. Disjoint that. There you go, see? Like, he's just dodging everything left, right, and center. He's learning from B-Kid as Nox gets a kill into Pyromancer in the top lane. Looks like it was just a pitfall into a nice whip, and that was a 1v2 situation where Nox is getting kills.
Yeah, I think Peter was trying to gank, maybe try to get an entangle, but it just seems like a waste of your time. If your gank only works with an entangle proc, it's just it's a pretty low chance of actually happening, especially when you have like probably a no boots bear versus ghost merchers on Nox.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going for a kill here.
He certainly wants one. He's got that sustainer as well. So it does have the mana to throw down a couple spells. Even activated a mana potion. There's going to be the pitfall. And we'll go for the whip. So not going to get the kill, but a lot of damage done. And this is going to send Wild Soul back to town, most likely.
Yeah, if he had 30 more mana, he would have got the kill because the pitfall landed. He could have used the ultimate, but yeah. He was just like, well, I need to kill creeps. So what if I don't get this kill? I'm just wasting my time.
Yes, sir. He's going to Sustainer, so, I mean, is he going for a Runed Cleaver at this point? This kind of does seem like a Nox build.
Yeah, he's probably going to go Battle Fury into, say, crit, or no, he's going to go Runed Cleaver into Shroud Genjuro.
Oh, they're going hard on him up top, yeah. Lunge coming in, pushes him back. Nice pitfall coming in. Is it going to be enough? Body blocks are there. Tempest has the Elemental Void available. Gladiator trying to get out of dodge, but I don't think it's going to happen. Auto attacks as well as the stuns are going to be enough. No Elemental Void needed, and a much needed kill there on Gladiator.
Yeah, if he didn't die there, he would have had enough gold for another piece of his Battle Fury. Now it's slowed down a couple minutes. He's not farming, he lost gold, so it's probably a good like 2 minutes lower Rune Cleaver he's going to get on Nox.
Always going to be a good pick. Middle lane, Glyph Fortification was forced out, and the tower is going to go deny range, so look for Trough to knock this one down here in just a second. Oh, poor Archer. Bottom lane, Pebbles in trouble. Keg comes in, and Pebbles will go down. So this is delaying Pebbles even more. He started to pick up items toward Steam Boots, and then started saving up for the Portal Key. In this case, he's still going to be down to about 800 gold saved up to the Portal Key when he finishes Steam Boots here in a second.
Yeah, and since B-Kid's being delayed on his Portal Key and Hellborn doesn't have an Initiator either, the Hellborn lineup of their weakness of not having an Initiator gets a PK in the long lane is not really being capitalized on. They won't be, Team USA won't be capitalizing on the fact that Team Excellent has no Initiator. In the middle lane, though.
Yeah, they're going hard right here. They want Engineer, and they should get him. Engineer gonna get the Ophelia ultimate here. Tower doing some damage as the TP does come in. This is going to be a Master of Arms, but they're not going to do much of anything in terms of kills. They might go for a push here momentarily. Drunken Master instead going to be rotating up top. Looking to do some damage to Gladiator, and will dodge the pitfall. Knocks him back with the lunge, and Wild Soul is here, but Gladiator's more than happy to man fight this, knowing that he does just out damage the Drunken Master considerably at this point.
Where's the bear? Is it invisible, or is it just somewhere on the map that I'm not seeing?
I'm not entirely sure. Bottom lane, Pebbles in trouble once more. Turret comes out and will be enough to finish off Pebbles. Pew helping out with that one. Ophelia even coming in to maybe set up a push now. And this should be a pretty easy tower kill on the bottom lane.
Let's see, is there any rotation? Obviously Wild Soul can't really help out much. Tempest can't get there. Yeah, it's a free tower kill. It's going to put a lot of momentum in the favor of Team Excellent. Do they have any wards on Pew? Yeah, they'll really get a little bit of map control in the Legion jungle too. So this is just a really big move for the Team Excellent.
Yeah, very much so an ideal situation. Master of Arms activates the ultimate in the middle lane to dodge the charge shot, and now Master of Arms in some serious trouble. Elemental Void going to be burnt here in just a second. Nope, doesn't need it. Pyromancer there with the Phoenix Wave, more than enough to clean up. And looks like the Legion team will retreat in the bottom lane. Pew not opting to drop either one of those wards here in the jungle.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a mistake when you're usually when you take towers, that's when you want to place aggressive wards. You don't want to place them beforehand because you don't really have. Oh, he's placing one in mid, which gets spotted. I expect that to get counter warded. Um, oh, top lane, look for Nox. What's going on?
Yeah.
He's through on Trell.
But Drunken Master just doesn't do enough damage. There's a TP going to be coming in
No.
here. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Well, DM's going in once again. But here's a Master of Arms. No charge shot. Forked Lightning will go out.
Trell's been really active this game. His farm isn't too good, but it's kind of hard to farm versus double range lane. But he is making a lot of movement. He's helped out the Wild Soul, shutting down Nox a little bit.
Shutting down Nox a little bit as he's at 450 gold per minute, 13 minutes in.
Well, if you didn't have that one death, he'd be like 500
Oh,
gold
Drunken
per minute.
Master gonna go down in the middle lane. Big plays right there. Nice job getting the charge shot from the wood so that Chalfmotor wasn't able to really dodge that one with either the ultimate or the stagger. And then a nice compel coming in from Rally with the Seismic Slam does finish him off. Nox now finishing the Rune Cleaver, so that's going to amplify his farm even more.
I suppose that may help him farm faster. He gets probably most just the life regen out. And I guess it helps you clear camps a little bit faster. There won't be any stacks though because they have an Ophelia in the jungle, but let's see. I think they'll be able to get a Shroud in, I don't know, like 5 minutes probably, maybe it's faster.
Yeah, I expected that will be his next item. Although, I mean, we'll see. Nox likes to go some interesting item builds. I don't see a
No, he'll go
Dawnbringer.
Shroud. I've seen him play this hero a couple times, and his build is pretty much always the same. It's, boots, no really build-up items. He goes kind of greedy on that, which is expected when you're in this free farm lane. You goes Cleaver, Shroud, Genjuro, Crit. I think is after that. Sometimes Shrunken Heads, but that's pretty much what he goes.
Oh, bottom lane, Rally in trouble. Ophelia ultimate. Oh, burned the Elemental Void, but Rally had just compelled out of there. That's pretty big. No Elemental Void now for 200 seconds, and they're well aware of it.
That could have very well been a tower kill. Like 200, like that could have been a kill. So like say 200 gold away with Pebbles, then a tower kill. That's like almost a portal fee for him.
Yeah.
And now he's another 1,000 gold, and he's just not going to be getting that.
And is that just a late Elemental Void there from Riser? I mean,
I wasn't watching, but I'd assume so.
It certainly seemed that way. I didn't quite catch the timing on the Chuck. I know it was Stalagmites into a Dragonfire, which is a 1.6 second stun, and then the Glacial Blast went down. I don't know if Pebbles used the Chuck and the Compel went through the Chuck, or if Riser just was a little bit late on that Elemental Void or not. So, in either case, some mistakes. And now Pebbles in trouble once again. Keg going to connect. There's going to be the Energy Field misses! And the Chuck backward here. Rally getting stunned out. Not going to be able to get the final auto attacks. And Pebbles just going to hit that regen. A pretty big mistake there from Pew, choosing to use the Energy Field.
He
and not
made a
hitting
judgment call. Like, he didn't have mana for both spells, okay? So, he was like, I don't think the Steam Turret will get enough charges on it, as, like, Rally's trying to catch him, and I wasn't able to get there fast enough, so it's either... I don't think Steam Turret's enough damage, and thought he was range for his ultimate, which he wasn't, and... It probably wouldn't have been a kill with the turret, it might have been, but they had team support, so it probably wouldn't have been, so... Kind of needed to go for the Energy Field, he just couldn't get close enough, and... It's not that big of a deal, they went to got the kill anyways, and it's only 40-second cooldown remaining, so he'll probably have it up when he needs it.
Yeah, in the end, like you said, not the biggest of deals. Pebbles is farming this bottom lane. He's got a Ward of Sight protecting him. Pew, of course, has a ward down here as well, so the Hellborn team...
Ward.
Yeah.
I think Team Excellent is... They do go for some aggressive plays in this long lane, but they generally like to play pretty defensive. Just get farm on Nox. Don't make too many critical mistakes, and just get, aim for that, like... I guess this game, aim for the late game. I suppose it's just mostly just get farm on Nox and Elgarius, but...
Yeah,
they don't
say it's a pretty good plan.
I kind of think that's what their plan is most of the time. Maybe I'm wrong, but just my opinion.
And it seems like a pretty solid plan, man. I mean, it works.
For them. I'm not saying it's not working for them. That's just what I think it is, and I could be wrong. But
it certainly seems that way. So, Nox does get credit for the tower kill up top. He's now going to be about 600 gold away from an Assassin's Shroud, which is Gonna be
When
a
did
very
he get
big
the
pickup.
cleaver? I should have taken 5 minutes to farm the shroud.
I think he got
How long is it?
12.5-minute cleaver.
Okay, so does he have the? He probably doesn't have it. He's just getting a component.
Yeah, he's
All right,
700 gold off or so.
so it's gonna take him about 7 minutes, not 5, but it's still pretty good farm. He's almost at 500 gold per minute.
And hitting very
And,
hard. And 200
yeah.
damage.
Something to notice, they actually were building Doombringers in the Supreme late game on Nox, and when that hero gets like a Doombringer, it's insane how much damage he's doing. He's critting for over 1,000.
Oh, well over 1,000.
It was like 1,500 actually.
Yeah.
With like Rift Shards 4.
A pretty considerable amount of damage, so I'm interested to see just how late this game is going to go with the Gladiator having a big start like this. Drunken Master just picked up Helm of the Black Legion. Okay. I saw.
And it looks like he's going for a play on Nox. But I think they need one more hero. I don't think they have the damage.
I don't think they do either. Wild Soul, especially with no boots on the bear, is not going to be contributing much to this. There's the offensive master's call, trying to get Gladiator out of the top lane.
Rally with Portal. This could be pretty bad.
Oh yeah, Rally's going to come in. There's the Seismic Slam into a Compel. Beautiful staggering on the stuns, but Drunken Master taking a lot less damage as a result of that untouchable ump. And now Rally going to be going in, has a Compel in 4 seconds. Good juke there from Drunken Master. He's turning this one around, but nice pitfall, and the whip finishes him off. Riser gets credit for a tower kill in the bottom lane, but I mean, I gotta say, that was a big kill on the Trough.
Yeah, Trough kind of went back when he didn't need to, but whatever, he make mistakes. And I think it's going to be a 2-for-2 tower exchange. Yeah, it's going to be looking to be 2 for 2 and a hero kill for Hellborn, so obviously they come out on top there. And they're pressure and base. Legion needs to get back and defend their base tower. A lot of damage is being done to it.
Yeah, both middle and top towers can take considerable damage. Boo Boo Bear does have boots as well as the Mock of Brilliance. Elemental Void gonna catch 4, gonna catch 5! Pebbles comes in right here, chucks him on top. This is a disaster! Rally gonna be the last one alive, and he's not gonna last much longer! A quad kill coming out for Peter Pan, damn! Oh my god, Sender, what is Riser is on crack the last 2 days with these ults. I
was like looking at Peter, I was like thinking to myself, this is gonna be a disaster. Peter's at the observatory, their tower is being destroyed. But oh my god, that's such a huge blunder.
Riser's insane, and also excellent. Seem to have just walked right into that one. The momentum in this game is completely the other direction now. 100%.
No, if that didn't happen, like, that was gonna be a Kongor kill. Or the thing is, Peter showed up late because he wanted to ward Kongor, because he knew obviously that's Team Excellent's next plan. Because he was doing that, Team Excellent like was destroying their base tower. Like the base tower is dead, but Team Excellent screwed up, and everyone was inside for a Tempest ultimate, and they probably should have had Rally and Engineer outside, or at least one of them.
Well, Rally was outside. No. Rally was outside, and he tried to position to get the Compel and walked into the ultimate.
Oh, so probably a mistake by Bassets, and you know that could change the game. You know they can still win from here, but they lost their advantage. And the game is very winnable. They're not even that far behind. It's only 4,000 experience, which is pretty marginable. Well, but the thing is, before that, they were pretty far ahead.
It's a 10,000 experience swing in the last 2 minutes. Which is insane.
And they're doing Kongor. I don't think they'll get it. It's warded. Nox is taking some damage. Okay, he won't be taking any more damage, but... What is Zai's farm looking like? I think Zai's doing pretty good right now. He has the Mock.
Oh,
he can afford Bulwark. He can afford, or no, he's not gonna go Bulwark. Are they really just gonna give him Kongor? I guess they don't want to fight without Tempest ulti. Yeah, that's probably it.
Now they're gonna actually go for a defense here. Rally's gonna go into the Compel and then maybe look for the TPs. Nope. Looks like the Hellborn team will retreat in time, so Kongor does go down. Nox has got that Shroud. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, Sender.
They traded a tower kill and almost another tower kill for Kongor. Not a favorable trade, but they decided, hey, you know, we don't need to be making any bad decisions. We don't have our Tempest Elemental Void up. Let's just play passive for 10 minutes, defend in base, and then once that time is elapsed, we'll look to maybe take another team fight.
Well, we'll see here in just a second just how big of an elemental void Riser's going to be able to get. I mean, this is starting to become like Pew levels of Tempest ultimates, man.
Pew levels, like bit at a more class. I don't know.
I don't know if I've ever seen somebody hit more 5-man Tempest voids than Pew.
Pew does like he goes for broke.
Yeah, exactly. He goes for broke. He either hits none or never uses it, or he hits like 4 or 5.
Yeah, he goes all in.
He does, and that's okay. I mean, if that's the route that you want to go, then you do it. So,
we're gonna have Riser with a shrunken head in like 1 minute. Maybe by 24:30 he's gonna have a shrunken head.
And he's gonna have a level 3 Tempest ult.
Yeah, that's insane.
At 24 minutes in.
Like sure, he went the Striders, which is kind of suffer, but that's insane. Like we need some skeleton kings. Hellborn is in some serious trouble.
No crap, dude.
They have 1 tablet on Ophelia, which is good. When you're facing Tempest, you need a lot of tablets. Even Q almost has a tablet.
Yeah, it's going to be nice for him. 300 gold off of that one. Ophelia just finished up hers. I think Rally just picked one up as well.
Nope, Barrier Idol, which is a good choice in its own. You should definitely get a tablet next. When you're facing against Tempest, you should, like anyone that can afford a tablet, that should just be your go-to item.
Hellborn team pressuring the middle lane now, and recall there's no tower here, so this melee ranks is well and truly exposed. Tornado going to be coming in here. Gladiator going to warp himself backward here with the X marks the spot, but there's the Shrunken, and ultimate's off cooldown. Hellborn team, they are minus a rally right now. They're not going to be looking to engage until Bassett gets here.
And I wonder if Team Excellent's going to back off or they're going to go for it. Because let's say BK just initiates, stuns the guy, tosses him back to the team.
Oh, they're trying to at least. Minotaur stuns are going to start to lock down Pebbles. There's going to be the the engineer as well. Elemental Void on 4 once again. And this is going to be 1 more here for Fade to Black. Already we have a kill onto 1, but looks like he's going to be coming right back up here. No, that's actually not true at all. Pebbles is going to die and then buy back. It's going to be the pitfall onto Boo Boo Bear. So that time, Fade to Black did not get nearly as much follow-up. And this is going to be a bait. Fork Lightning going in. 2-man compel stun. Seismic Slam going to finish off Tempest. Actually, he held on to that when Pebbles gets the stun off. Chucks him backwards as well. But I don't know. This isn't looking too good. Zai was able to get a kill in the back. That's an engineer dead. I don't know what the hell just happened there, Sunday.
I think there's 2 big things. Yeah, pretty good bait by B-Kid, but the problem is that they only have 2 AoE stuns on their team. So Peter wasn't able to get the follow-up for the Tempest, and they just didn't have enough damage. Zai was a little bit late to the team fight, and you know Trout just doesn't really do that much in terms of AoE. So everyone was able to just stay alive during the Tempest ultimate, and they just healed up. They have a Barrier Idol, so which adds a lot of effective HP to the heroes. That pretty much cancels Pyromancer's AoE.
Yeah, it absolutely. As soon as Ophelia came out of the Elemental Void without being stun locked, was able to get off the Astrolabe and the ultimate and the Barrier Idol coming out of Rally, and absolutely great job there by the Hellborn team. I was really worried.
They had the engineer field up by the time Tempest had went in. So even though Tempest catches 4, what can his team really do? Like they only have 1 shrunken head, and that's on Riser. So no one can really enter the fight without being disabled by the perplex on the NG ult. So.
Oh god.
What? What am I missing?
No, nothing. My door was about to close. Like I have a window open behind me, and my door was about to slam shut, but it stopped. Thank you, Wind.
It looks like Team Excellent's going for the Doom push right here, and I'm calling it. I'm saying Team USA give up their melee racks.
They're just going to let it drop, wait for that Elemental Void to be up in 55 seconds?
I don't think they can fight this. I think they'll lose the game if they defend this rack.
There's the Barrier Idol and the Energizer. Riser's on the front lines. There's going to be the Glyph going up. Fork Lightning catches Tempest, and Tempest going to be sent back with the X marks the spot. Hits the Shrunken Head. Now Stun's going to be going out onto Rally. Only one of those going to be coming in. Oh, Master of Arms gets dropped immediately. Here comes the Call of Arms from Gladiator, though, stunning both Wild Soul and Drunken Master. Wild Soul taking a lot of damage. Amplification from Ophelia, and Wild Soul will go down. Lunge going to be going back in here. Gladiator with a minute left on that Token of Life. He's going hard. Melee ranks are down. And the Hellborn team, it looks like they will just be content to retreat. Or are they? Rally going in there, Compel onto 2. Engineer Cat going to be connecting onto Pebbles. Gladiator Pitfall going to be going in. Pebbles getting stun locked pretty hard here, but so is Rally. Rally going to go down to a Blazing Strike, even through the Ophelia heal. Ophelia going deep for a kill onto Pebbles. That's not going to happen. Ophelia overextending. And Peter Pan Dam with a double tap. Tempest has the Elemental Void up right now, but doesn't have the mana for it. And Drunken Master in some trouble. Was going invis, but it is not going to matter. Triumph with the throws. Going a little bit too hard.
Yeah, something to note is I'm pretty sure Zai had to buy back the entire fight, but he just thought, by the time I get there, they'll probably just back off, and I probably will just waste my buyback, so I think it was a good decision not to buy back there. It would have probably just turned into a stalemate with him losing gold. But Team USA did lose the melee racks, but they didn't lose the game there, which is good. They only lost 1 racks, which won't be that big of a deal when you have heroes like Wild Soul on your team.
Ooh, Gladiator getting away, no revelation or dusts here.
You could have ultied that, but he probably would have got away with the second after the ulti ended, like when he resurrected, because he does have like Enduro. But looks like Team USA want to take a team fight with their Elemental Void back up.
Well, it certainly appears to be what's going on. There is a Ward of Sight here from Pew in the middle lane, so registering exactly what's going on. But where's the next big item for Gladiator? He's got 3,300 gold. He could buy crit and still be close to a buyback.
Probably crit or Shrunken Head. I'm not. He's pretty squishy, but he's had some pretty good positioning. So yeah, if he goes to the crit, I think it's fine. But he does not have a buyback right now, which he kind of needs. It looks, or maybe not. Maybe Team USA aren't looking for a push. They're grouped up. I thought they wanted to make something happen.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that they're actually not going for this push. With the Charged Hammer now finished up on Boo Boo Bear, you got the Shrunken Head ultimate here from Tempest. I'd like to see them go for this. Now, I'd also like to see Pebbles get the Demonic. He's 20 gold away from that one. So probably going to wait for the Demonic and the Charged Hammer to come out. And that's going to be a pretty big timing here with 2 big items being finished. There we go, Demonic and Charged Hammer.
Really good by Peter. Counters the high ground where the Pew just placed, so they won't have a good vision in this next team fight.
Or is that like right where Tempest is standing? Or no, on the high ground. Okay.
Yeah, that's the other place Pew could have placed it, which is gets countered a little bit less. But it looks like Team USA are backing off. They don't want to fight.
I'm a little bit surprised at this. I mean, they got the Demonic on Pebbles. The Charge Hammer didn't come out, so either Zai didn't have the item, or I don't know.
Unless you have big advantage, it's really hard to push versus Gladiator.
Yeah, it is. He's pretty brutal.
Like when you get these items up, he just kills the creep wave. If he crits, then like your heroes are just getting destroyed, and then like, what do? You back off. What if they jump you after you got crit and you're like really low HP? Maybe they'll just wait for his Riser to finish or Refresher. He only needs 3k gold. He could farm it up if they give him the entire jungle. It would only I don't know, take him like probably 7 minutes or so of farming if he got everything.
Oh, could be pretty dang brutal. I don't know, man. This Gladiator scares me.
Yeah, I think Team USA can't really push. I think they have to just take this to the late game. Like we're in the mid game right now. I think they have to wait for heroes to get like at least 4 slotted.
Yeah, maybe especially that Drunken Master gonna be needing some items. Boo Boo Bear's got his Charged Hammer Mock now, but not even Ghost Marchers on Boo Boo. Do you agree with this?
I'm not really a Wild Soul player, so I don't really know his reasoning. Maybe he thinks he doesn't need it, or maybe he realized he needs when you don't go Demonic on it, the build-up's kind of a lot worse, so you kind of need to finish your Charged Hammer as soon as possible. I don't really know what his reasoning is, so it's hard to say.
I'm not sure. In either case, At this point,
Like,
Hellborn team, they're starting to group up around Kong. Tornado's out. Dun-dun. 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 What is this tornado going to do?
stops Pebbles portal key.
Would you say that it's a Sharknado?
I don't even understand the reference.
Really?
What, is that supposed to be some like Jaws thing?
Sharknado?
Sharknado?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a movie. It was like all over
I've
social
never
media
seen
a
that
while
movie.
ago. I haven't
Oh yeah,
either.
actually I remember I see that. I saw that on TV, but I didn't like on the channel listing, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Uber Bear gonna get
Oh,
stunned
is it a
out
dead
here, and I
bear?
think it is a dead bear. No, they're gonna let it go. Oh, Master Vime's getting
no.
comboed here. Not gonna be able to get the shrunken head off, and he does go down. Actually, did activate the shrunken head at the last second as well.
Huge mistake. You'd be much better off to just save your
no.
shrunken head. If like if you're not gonna pop it, like you have to. Just
Yeah,
big misplay with Prodex. He has to get that BKB off in the team fights. Like you're too squishy if you don't get it
I
off.
gotta agree. This is like when we used to see Hellbringers back in the day get picked off and drop Malphus when they're at like 2% life. It's a suffer.
He did that in the last team fight too. He didn't get his BKB off. He didn't get any spells off in the team fight. But Team USA really aren't pushing it. Like they're just playing it safe. They probably feel like, you know, guys, we got this in the late game. Let's just not screw up too then. Don't do anything too risky. They have a pretty scary team right now. As long as we don't mess up, we should be fine to take this later as the game progresses. They do have the Tempest, and once he gets a refresher, he's really scary. And Drunken Master does damage once he gets his farm up.
Yeah, and well, actually, they're trying to catch one right here. Rally going to be running away with the offensive master's call and a protective keg even. But what is Trump going to be doing with this Mighty Blade? Is he going Trunken Head here? Really?
Yeah, probably. You know, that's not kind of like in TMM you would never go Shrunken Head early, but the thing is when you're facing heroes like Engineer, and I think it gets you out of the Gladiator Call to Arms, right? So. Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I always
And
call
he
it
doesn't
X marks the spot.
No, Call to Arms. He doesn't get hit by the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this
And you
one?
don't want to
Showdown.
get like mind stunned, so like you just can't afford to get stunned by these. You're gonna get focused down. You're not playing TMM. You know, you gotta play the hero a little bit differently.
Aw, I like TMM Drunken Master.
It's fun. You just have Meisty just killing people.
Man. Meisty sitting here in chat saying like how much he wants to play Drunken Master. I thought Meisty moved to Dota.
Yeah, you just can't get rid of this guy. He just keeps coming back.
Damn. Rough.
But Meisty's just like Drunken Master's scary, man. That guy just wins games.
Almost as scary as my Drunken Master.
Please, Pete, stop.
Wow. My Drunken Master's a disaster. Max drink first.
How do you know how you play that hero? I just see Meisty play it in Crush.
Same. The only time I play Drunken Master is if I'm actually inebriated. And then it just gets even worse.
So right now Riser's nearing on the refresher. B-Kid's also nearing on the Shrunken Head. The thing right now, Team Excellent, if they can force a team fight, they'll be in a pretty good position because they have pretty much all their items completed other than the fact that Nox has 4,000 gold. But where you have two heroes on Legion that have or actually three heroes are almost at like critical item pickups.
Yeah, might want to force something, and they are now on Kongor, starting to do damage to him. But the only person in there actually dealing damage is Gladiator, and with only the level 1 Rip Shards, he's not hitting particularly hard yet.
He is gonna have 2 buybacks for this upcoming team fight, and is he even gonna be a DD bottle? That's actually pretty big for Drunken Master.
Yeah, bottled up on Pebbles. Could be bumping.
Or maybe Pebbles will use it, but
I think they should donate the bottle to Gladiator.
just drop it on the ground and be like, "Can you even do that?" Or would it have?
I think it has to
that
die
works.
first. I think a courier has to die.
Dang it! What you want to see the? Is he going hard on Nox?
I think he is.
I'm trying to think if I like that or not.
I don't mind a heart, but I want to see the crit finished first.
No, he needs a defensive item if he's gonna spend his gold. But I'm just trying to think in my head, is that like?
I don't know.
Like he's pretty good about positioning and like being in the background and never like really entering a team fight until he like 100% has to. But he's not getting caught out, so it's not bad. But then you would think you just want to finish the crit, but
They're going for this
I'm
Kongor.
not really sure.
Kongor getting pretty low. There's Rally going to be trying to stun out Tempest. Tempest's ultimate, or Shrunken Head was used. Here's Drunken Master going hard with the Shrunken Head. Not able to find anybody, and the Hellborn team's able to reset. 2 major Shrunken Heads are blown. Oh, this isn't looking good right now for Fade to Black. Boo Boo Bear is in there, but not really doing anything other than the Mock Aura. Excellent. They have to capitalize on these Shrunken Heads being down, right? Here's Rally getting the slow off right here, but Rally in some trouble himself, is going to get blown up. Engineer going to get the ultimate off, is going to be able to finish off Pyromancer, but that's going to be it in the background. Ophelia going to be dropped by a double damage. Pebbles, and now Master of Arms going to be going down as well. It's just Engineer and Gladiator on the run. Engineer has no push stick, and he will get rooted right now. Engineer down, and a disaster here for Team Excellent on what I thought was going to be a big capitalization.
They didn't even use the Elemental Void on Tempest, and I just think it comes down to the fact that Legion, alright, so you have the Legion team that has 3 sources of damage at this stage in the game, whereas Team Excellent really only has 1.
I mean, MOA does some, but he dies.
No, he doesn't really do that much right now. Like, he didn't get a Shrunken Head off, like, oh.
Well, he hasn't gotten his Shrunken Head off in the last 15 minutes. Yeah, I don't think he's gotten 1 effective use of that item.
He hasn't used it properly. Like and you know, like a Rally just doesn't do that much as an initiator if they don't get the ultimate off. It's just how the hero is.
Yeah.
You can't expect for him to initiate and just take someone on a team fight.
Well,
they just don't have the follow-up for it.
1 set of racks are down. Gladiator going to go for a big crit right here. Gets a decent amount of damage off. Rally is going to go in. Here's Ophelia as well. Call to Arms going to be going in. Is going to get the stun onto 3 players, but the Elemental Void going to catch 2 in the background. Master of Arms going to be trying to throw in a Forked Lightning. Pyromancer is dead. Pebbles in some trouble as well, but Gladiator is down at the hands of Drunken Master. Gladiator going to be buying back here, and it looks like the Token of Life is going to bring Pebbles back up. Master of Arms finally getting that Shrunken Head off, and now Master of Arms is going to be able to get the kill onto Drunken Master. In the background, though, see you later, Rally. Pebbles is going to be able to get out of there as Wild Soul is trying to retreat into the jungle, get a TP off, and looks like he should be able to, no problem. So 1.5 sets of racks are down. Massive resource advantage here for Fade to Black. And what's going on? Does Team Excellent have a chance here?
I think it's a little bit too much late, unless, so let's say Nox could say Doombringer and get some lucky crits. It's just, they have a hero with MOA who's not really doing much in team fights. They have a Rally who can't really, he's like an initiator, but the thing is, they don't want to use him like that. They want, the kind of team they drafted, they want to just like group up as 5 and just push, and when it, like, they don't want a team fight to start with one guy just dying. They want to support each other and keep everyone alive.
Oh, he's sending himself back there. Oof. Living life on the edge, but I guess you're behind this much, you gotta take some risks. And that's what Gladiator's doing.
I want to see how Team USA decide to play this game out. Like, they're probably gonna wait for a Savage Mace, at least on the Wild Soul, before they look to do anything, and they're gonna wait for the double Tempest ultimate. It just depends. Are they waiting for Kongor?
They're gonna have both of those in the next minute.
Yeah, Wild Soul needs 800 gold. Yeah.
I would think.
I wonder if they're gonna wait for Kongor, or they're just gonna push base when they have all their items up and slow push.
Kongor is gonna be down for about another 6 minutes, I believe. So if they do opt to wait for that, then it's gonna be quite some time. Oh man, this is looking pretty good for Team Excellent, or for Team USA. Fade to Black. God, can they just have one name? That'd be great. Oh, Pebbles hit by the curse of the 10-second Shrunken Head.
Oh no.
It's a very real thing.
It's a small thing. It's a pretty big mistake to happen, but I don't think it'll hurt them. They'll just wait for the next Shrunken Head charge.
No, not that big of a deal, but always sad to see. It happens so often, too.
And MOA went Geobane, which I don't know, he just didn't do any damage. Like, just 200 damage 42 minutes into a game. That's just not where you need to be. He probably should have just gone like Savage Mace, straight up damage item.
Yeah, I think I could agree with that that Savage Mace call. But here in the bottom lane, Legion team going to be starting to pressure on up the Hellborn, trying to clean up as much farm on the map as possible. Save up money for a buyback, not going to happen. Rift Shards 3 are here for Gladiator. He's going to be looking for the big damage, going pretty all in.
Oh, they're looking for the wraparound. They're going for it.
What?
Are they baiting? They're baiting MOA.
Certainly looks like it. Both teams really going to be baiting a little bit right here. Top lane is pushing in pretty effectively. There's the Savage Mace. Going to be coming out on the bird right now, as well as a plate mail. I don't know whose plate mail that is. I have to assume it's Riser's. Nope.
Oh, it's the
Trough? Okay. So he's going to be going
Yeah.
for a Frostfield plate. Interesting.
Yeah,
Or at least
well,
just getting the
spending
armor.
He's just spending his gold in the most cost efficient way he can. And 10 armor is pretty good.
It's not bad, that's for sure. Gladiator going to go in for a crit right here, being sent back to town by
That was
Ophelia.
not bad.
Did a lot of damage,
But I
yeah.
think their base is getting pushed in though. Like they have to push out the lanes. Team USA is playing it smart. They're playing it calm and collected. They're taking it really slow. They're not forcing it. And Team Excellent, they just want to take the team fight. And Team USA is not giving it to them. Look at the mines by Pew. I wonder if those will come into play.
Certainly could. That's going to be 7 of them stacked up right there. And those are level 4 mines. So just about anybody that walks into those is going to take a considerable amount of damage. Probably going to get kills on either Tempest or Pyromancer if that Shrunken Head is not up. And you're being pushed forward and then sent back to town. Nice ward down here by Pew as well. Making sure to get some kind of vision. And we'll see. The tower is going to go down in the middle lane. Bear taking some damage, but is going to be summoned back. And Fade to Black, like you said, they're playing this extremely, extremely passive. And they're just biding their time, knowing this is all they need to do.
They need to send Ophelia top of the creeps. Like, they need someone to go top and push that lane up. Like, this isn't a winning strategy. Like, Team USA is playing it too safe and passive.
USA is playing it too safe and passive?
No, I'm saying, like, what Excellent's doing isn't working because Team USA is playing it safe.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
yeah.
I shouldn't have used the words too, I suppose, but...
Yes, should have used something more extravagant, like excessively. Oh, Pew did just show the mines there by placing an additional one. Oh, 13-13 crit here on Gladiator.
Yeah, he does some good damage if he gets a crit off.
He certainly does. Elemental's going to be going in, maybe looking to do a tiny bit of damage here. Not going to happen. And that is Engineer trying to push out the top lane as best as he can in a short amount of time. But those creeps are going to start to make their way over to the middle towers. And Engineer's not going to be in position now if they are forcing a fight.
Really though, how much does Engineer really do that much in a team fight? At this point, there's 3 Shrunken
Against
Heads.
3 Shrunkens?
He does
Not
some.
really.
He has a push book, but they don't have true CC items on Team Excellent, so Engineer isn't that effective. Like it's not. If he has to defend, it's probably like the best option versus any of the other heroes on the team.
I'm absolutely terrified to see this bear against a tower. Like,
He gets stunned though. He's not getting the chance to hit the tower, but yeah, he would just destroy it in like 2 seconds time.
yeah. What do you can go from here? You can, of course, get something like a Brutalizer, but outside of that,
help you.
Brutalizer, I don't even know what else you get from there. Because you've got a Demonic Breastplate that's already on Pebbles, so you don't need that. I don't know.
Can you get... No, you can't get Doombringer. I don't know, you could just get another Sword of the Eye. It's damage, I suppose.
Yeah. I guess, indeed.
Does Rift Shards work?
I would assume that Rift Shards work. Certainly gives the damage.
Yeah, I think that could work.
It's not often that we get to discuss what to go on a 6-slotted bear. And considering he's only 3-slotted right now, so...
Usually, he either bear wins or loses by the time he gets, like, upgraded boots, vestments, demonic, Mock and say Savage Mace.
Gladiator trying for those crits. Unfortunately, RNG is not with him. There's the bear. Is going to 3-shot that tower from about 50% life. And there goes the spider mines. Those are not going to come into play. Only 2 of them being revealed. Peter did actually have vision on the remainder, but choosing not to go for the kills.
They just don't want to. They don't want to take a team fight here. Like they win the game if they don't fight and just wait for the creeps to destroy the base. Like they win by doing that.
Oh, that was a big crit.
Yeah, the only way they lose is by forcing a bad team fight and say Gladiator getting a huge whip off.
Well, he certainly got a big one right there. B-Kid dropping his Frostfield plate. So that was B-Kid's Frostfield. No, there's still plate mail on Drunken Master, so just chilling.
He was just trying to spend his money effectively. That's all it comes down to.
Kong going to be up here in about a minute, maybe a little bit less. Gladiators,
I wonder
2,800 gold.
I wonder if Team USA are gonna get antsy, or if they're just gonna keep playing safe and smart.
They're a team that's always had trouble breaking base, and that's always had kind of throw issues when diving into bases. I think that they're finally playing it a little bit more passive, the way that they need to be playing it. As Gladiator wants to go in right here. Gonna get the crits on. They're starting to play out. I mean, xCet is starting to make inroads. They want to make their way over to Kongor, I assume, and try to contest that.
Now, if you're Nox here, do you finish the part, or do you just go YOLO and say so letting it a Doombringer?
I don't know.
I tend for YOLO.
Yeah, I kind of think that you might want to sell the axe and go Doombringer. I mean, if you sell that, that's what, 1,600 gold, and that's gonna put you at, yeah, he's still gonna need about another 1,000 gold.
I think they're at a stage where like your base is getting pushed and you need to clear the creep waves and you need damage in the team fights. You need to make up for the fact that your MOA is nothing.
Which is kind of depressing.
True, like he has 300 GPM, sure, okay, but like his items just don't do any damage.
I feel like that kind of happens with MOAs quite frequently. You go the Shrunken Head first, and then you go Geometer's Vein afterward, and you're just like, well, I don't do any damage now.
Well, I think the Geo Vein is just a big mistake. But yeah, like he hasn't really been doing well in team fights. You know, he's been getting caught, so he hasn't really been increasing his net worth.
Right.
He's just been losing.
There we go, Sender. Concord is starting to go down, dropping to about 2/3 HP so far. Both teams starting to posture around the pit. Concord down to half. It looks like the Hellborn team trying to counter ward, making sure that there's no vision up here, which there is not. Pew did get off a very effective ward in the Concord pit that has not been countered just yet. Gladiator has to be careful. Gladiator gonna get comboed right here. Chuck backward. Defensive Master's Call is there, but Gladiator's in massive trouble. Is gonna go down. Has a buyback available. Gonna burn that buyback immediately. The rest of the team running back down the middle lane. Rally gonna go the long way around to Concord. And now Rally gonna get caught out. He does not have a buyback available. Rally taken out by a blazing strike. Boundai on the ground. And those are the kind of errors that you cannot afford to make as Team xCet.
Yeah, Nox, just his showdown was up in like 3 seconds. He thought he could push the wave out in time, but just a pretty big mistake. And then I think it was even a bigger mistake for the team to even try to help him there. He had a buyback, and now you got to fight a 4v5 because of that.
He's got to buy something. I mean, you have no more buyback tokens left. Spend your 1,700 gold.
But you can't do anything with the gold.
Finish your crit.
Oh, I was right about
Never mind.
Wild Soul.
Wild Soul going for Rift. Yep. Rift Shards it will be.
That
Engineer.
One big bear.
Engineer could go in right here. We'll see if there's going to be any stuns coming out of Gladiator. There's going to be the keg. And Energy Field is going to go down. But Energy Field cleaned up immediately. Token of Life is going to go the way of somebody. On the other side, though, Master of Arms is going to have to use the Shrunken Head to get out of the Glacial Blast. That is not going to be available for him in the next team fight. Engineer is down with no buyback, no Energy Field. And I mean, this is looking pretty well and done right here, Sender.
Trelf just got a really big item pickup. He had a Diffusal Blade, so if Gladiator wants to go in and clear creep waves, they can perch that away. Both X marks the spot and the send back, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep. That is very big. I like that pickup, and Gladiator gonna be sent back here. Defusal was not sent yet, but he's going to get stunned. Nice Storm Spirit coming in right here, but Gladiator getting comboed down, and he's going to survive for right now. Trying to get out of there. Ophelia is going to go down. Mine's going to be coming in, but that's a Shrunken Head, as well as a Tempest Elemental Void. Gladiator is going to go down. Second Elemental Void going to be catching Rally and Master of Arms. They all drop. GG, well played. Coming out as Nox and Team Excellent are going to fall. Fade to Black coming in right here, and after losing to Team Excellent via forfeit in the last cycle, they're making a statement right here with a 2-0 victory, 37,000, 46,000 resource advantage, 55 minutes in, and Sender, the Gladiator, did not work out.
Yeah, but it wasn't really the Gladiator that didn't work out. Like, Nox was doing good. It's just some critical team mistakes, you know, especially when they're pushing that mid tower, and they got the 4-man, 5-man Tempest hold, and some BKBs not getting popped, and like the M-Way just didn't really do anything, and I don't know. It's, Team Excellent, they made a few mistakes that just cost them the game, and Team USA executed their strategy pretty well. They recognized when Team Excellent was strong, and they played safe and didn't force any bad fights that would cost them the game at that point.
Well, it certainly worked out pretty dang well for them indeed. Fade to Black now being, well, one of the first teams to qualify here for the Sound Blaster Heroes League.
Well, the first team.
And it looks like we are going to go ahead and have an interview here. Sender. Gotta add him to the call. Adding Riser to the call. Riser, congratulations. You and Team Fade to Black are now the first team officially qualified for the SBHL Season 2 group stages.
Thank you very much.
Hey, how are you feeling, buddy?
Pretty good, since we are guaranteed that we don't have to play any other qualifiers, so that's kind of nice. We just know that we're good to go. We don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys are the reigning Sound Blaster Heroes League champions. I mean, well, at least you, Peter, and B-Kid are, Tralf and Zai, being new additions to the team since then. You think you guys have a pretty good shot going into the group stages and beyond?
Oh yeah, for sure. We are pretty confident. I think, well, to be blunt, I think we can easily win versus any team except for SG. Not that we'll, just completely crush them, but I think there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to go really far.
Well, that's good. That's good. Now, talking about the games that just went on right there, specifically the last game that you're participating in, you had a pretty big Tempest. You definitely had some big elemental voids, notably that first one in the middle lane. 4 players were there, and well, of course, you did have the rally that even jumped in saying, "Why not make it a full 5? We'll just give Riser that."
It's like when you Manor give someone the Annihilation, except for Tempest.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how'd you feel? Is Tempest, is he one of your most confident heroes these days? I mean, it just seems like your Tempest lately has been amazing.
Well, to be frank, I think it's on the other team. Both, like the games I played where it seems like Tempest's whole kind of carried, it's because the other teams misplayed really hard, but, it used to be one of my worst heroes when I just joined Complexity. Moon would always play Tempest because I was not confident at all, but after playing it so much, I get much better feel for it. So I say, yeah, most of the jungle heroes. I actually, I feel like I'm kind of sucking my own ass here, but I was surprised that I performed as well as I did in Ophelia, because it's kind of a hero that if I don't practice it much, I usually do pretty poorly on, but I was pleasantly surprised when it felt pretty natural almost, like I've been practicing it a long time. So that was a little weird. So in terms of confident heroes, yeah, I think all the jungle heroes are, I've played them like countless times. So
nice. Sender, you got some questions here for Riser?
Yeah, I got one. So Riser, how does it feel to finally make someone pull a Riser?
That's the second time.
This is the second time? Nice.
Yeah. But it feels pretty good. I think it's happened all the time. It's not the first time. When we played against QSQ, Jonas and Fan did it, and then I whispered him and said, "I know that, yo, bro."
Yeah, of course, for those of you at home, that meaning that Mr. Bassets did walk into that Tempest Elemental. That was not too ideal. Now, the other match going on right now, deciding your competitor for tomorrow, is Lions versus Stay Green. I think this game just went into number 3.
Ooh,
Yep,
that's
actually it
exciting.
did.
I'm pretty sure that it did.
Nice.
So that one's going on over at Honcast. I know as soon as we turn the stream off, I'm going to go watch that one. What's your prediction here, Riser? Do you think Stay Green, the dominant team, is going to be making it into the finals? Or is Lions with new player Pee Wee going to make a resurgence?
I think SG just go win on past results, but I'm kind of hesitant because I haven't seen the game, so I'm kind of curious what happened. But if experience tells me anything, I think we'll be playing SG tomorrow.
All right, and how you guys going to feel about that one? You mentioned that you're not so confident against them, but you think you got a chance?
Yeah, I think our best strategy is to just bust out crazy stuff. We've actually beat them once with it, and then we almost beat them a long time ago when we had like Midas Gladiator. So
Cool.
I don't know. Maybe that'll be the strat, but maybe I just revealed everything. But I don't know. We're gonna have to play super well and probably surprise the crap out of them at the same time.
There you go. You looking forward to your new Sound Blaster Evo headset?
Oh, we get that for second? I thought it was just first.
First gets an Evo ZX. Second gets just the standard Evo USB.
Nice.
So
I have like a $15 headset, so.
nice. Well, that's $129 or a $250 headset, depending on first or second.
Decent.
So there you go. I'm wearing mine right now. Sender's super jealous.
Yeah, Beef said he'd get me one. He hasn't followed through with that
I'm
promise
working
yet.
on it, Sender.
He has a bad history. With
Wow.
headsets.
Guys, please.
I wouldn't have said it, but Cinder,
Alright.
it wasn't possible.
Shout out to Leon Black.
Wow. I'm leaving this call right now. This interview's over. All right, Riser, thank you very much for being on. Congratulations to you and the team. Looking forward to your match tomorrow. You got any shout-outs before we do let you go?
Obligatory shout out to not Cinder, fuck you.
Okay.
Wow.
I was actually gonna give a shout out to Cinder after this one, but since I did it beforehand, I had to revert. But shout out to BBC, then shout out to Cinder
Yes.
for being the best.
Sender's great. You know that I confuse you two all the time. When I'm casting with Riser, I'll always call him Sender. And when I'm casting
With
with...
the ERs at the end.
Huh? Yeah,
ERs
exactly. And you guys are
That's it.
the two people I cast with the most.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Or Emperor. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just
you have a-
I have a fetish. Fetish
You're
for
just a suffix fiend, aren't you?
Wow. You're out of here, Riser. Congratulations one more time, man. Good luck tomorrow. Have a good day.
See you guys.
All right, Sender. That was Riser. Congratulations to him. But that's going to do it for our coverage today. Sender, you got any shout-outs before we let you go?
Yeah, let's see. I'll give a shout out to Beef for casting with me. You know, it was fun to join Polcast today. Shout out to my team IG. Shout out to my social media with for Facebook and Twitter with Sender with 4 R's. And I'll give a shout out to Riser because he played a pretty big Tempest in that last game.
He certainly did. Guys, that's going to do it for Sound Blaster Heroes League coverage today on Colcast. You can tune into more over on Honcast right now. But before we go, of course, a big shout out to all the sponsors of the Sound Blaster Heroes League Season number 2. Sound Blaster, BestBuy.com. You got Web Hall and Complet and Banana IT and Hardware House. Make sure to show them some love for their support of esports and SBHL. Guys, check out the Sound Blaster Evo ZX headset right now on creative.com. An awesome one that I'm wearing right now. Super comfortable, and I gotta say, the audio is the best that I've ever had on a headset. So make sure to check that out. And of course, like facebook.com/soundblaster. Follow them on Twitter, twitter.com/soundblaster. We're going to be back on Monday with more coverage of the Sound Blaster Heroes League. This weekend, we will be doing coverage of Han Tour Cycle number 3. Honcast is going to be out of town, so we got primary coverage here. Oh, yes. It's going to be sweet. So make sure to tune in for that, guys. Until next time, we'll catch you tomorrow. Honcast podcast, as well as Sound Blaster Heroes League Qualifier number 1 finals. This has been Beef and Sender, and we're out.